Sham marriages are on the rise in St Kitts and Nevis. Investigations have been launched.
Kevon.
What do you mean?
No,
What do you mean,
Kevon.
Kevon?
So, St Kitts and Nevis Immigration Department said that it has noted an increase in sham marriages within the Federation. While speaking on Tuesday, staging of leadership matters, Chief Immigration Officer Marceline Hughes said that this is an issue that has to be addressed through legislation. She said, these are one of those things that we are looking at in terms of the Immigration Act to be renewed, to be reviewed and for amendments. Those are some of the recommendations that we want to make so that when these situations occur, we will have teeth and we will have the legal grounds to stand on investigating. Hughes explained that sham marriages or marriages of convenience are any marital arrangement entered into without a real marital relationship. It is commonly done by persons seeking citizenship of another country. The enforcement unit of the Immigration Department will help to investigate these matters once the amendments are passed in the National Assembly. Chief Immigration Officer revealed that members of the enforcement unit are conducting regular checks to manage a large number of persons who overstayed their time in the country or who are working without the relevant approvals.
Sounds like a good reason to me.
Members of the public are encouraged to share information with the department on suspicious activities, particularly illegal entry into the country.
I could understand that part, but if somebody is here and they
But that's
want
an
to
issue by
marry
itself.
me,
Like why we want
for money.
why we want to act like as if like marriage has not
So what is
from the inception of marriage been for economic reasons.
I don't understand. You see, I don't understand. So I guess they're trying to say you have to love me before you want my money.
Watch you.
I mean, let's be honest. The economy was designed for marriage, married people. You know,
But they have insurance for them and all kind of things.
Mortgages weren't really designed on a single salary. They were designed on double salaries. You know, all of these things.
There's many reasons why people want to be married outside of love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Simple that.
Mm-hmm.
Citizenship just happens to be one of them.
So why this one illegal and the rest aren't?
Not only that, some of them are indirectly encouraged.
Speaking of, this is a side note and has nothing to do with St. Kitts because y'all don't do this here, thankfully. But I think it's a place in India that they encourage cousin marriages.
Yeah.
That was interesting. And then there's this disease that happens to some of the kids that come from these relationships.
Because the genomes are so close and whatever. I'm not saying the genome, it might not be the genome, but yeah, DNA, whatever it is.
But they were saying it's because they want to keep their bloodline pure.
Yeah.
And all of these things.
See, I have issues with that because there's health repercussions for that kind of behavior.
But I mean,
incest in any situation.
But you know what was funny is that there's an outrage for this, but isn't the crown all family before marriage?
No, not necessarily. No.
Isn't the queen and her ex, her widowed husband cousins?
I don't know. The thing is about it like a lot of the marriages happened. Like I said, they were joining for partnerships and whatever. So over time, if countries keep kind of exchanging people and whatever, there's a chance that he may marry some distant cousin. But your cousin, your cousin daughter or something like
yeah. I think that's worse than marrying people for
citizenship.
Yeah, I think that one has an actual health issue behind it.
My thing is, if the person entered the country illegally or overstayed, that is its own problem. Like deal
that
with
one
that.
I can understand.
But that what I got like.
But you can't just don't marry somebody for money. How you gonna decide that? But that's a lot of, and how you gonna decide? Because a lot of how you know people's motives anyway. Like how would you just decide that this person is marrying this person for money and money alone? How do you know that there's not love and other reasons?
Well, not only that, I do believe that you have to be careful that about the people involved in it. So one person might see marriage to this person as a means or pathway to citizenship. The other person might see this as a path to companionship. Might see it as whatever, a path to make some extra money, whatever it is.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how we're encouraging people to do some of the things they're doing and then got a problem with this. This is just like...
Y'all want people to get married. I know they get married, y'all. Y'all mad? I don't get it.
Yeah. How you determine if me and somebody had a marital relationship? Much people here married and their wife or their husband live overseas. Not because he was not sham or anything, but just because the economics of the situation they were in, opportunities, all these things.
Opportunities.
Yeah. So I would like to know how you decide what.
So if we have to take all of those things in, if we
do
have
it in the
to
US, they come and investigate you,
basically
ask you questions if you know the person.
It can be forcibly divorced.
I guess I would like to know, how do you determine these things?
They come and they do an investigation. They come and
ask me anything and I could lie. People lie for
not
less.
only lie, but much people don't know nothing about their spouse.
Yeah, and you really love them.
That's true.
You actually love them, but you just don't know nothing about them.
I might know other things. I might not know why you ask me.
Exactly.
Right.
This is interesting.
Things.
We have a caller on the line. Caller.
I can tell you what you eat every day, but.
Good morning, caller. Were you married for money?
Oh no! I've married for love over 30 odd years. If it was money, no.
Lovely.
When I married my husband, he didn't have nothing. I met him in St Kitts with 2 pants and 2 shirts. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Very much for love.
Love. That's love.
But in any case, a marriage, a wedding, because I wouldn't even call it a marriage. A ceremony that took place for money. It's not really a marriage because a lot of them don't live with each other. They don't spend no time with each other. They don't do nothing with each other. All they did was they pay the person to go to the court or to wherever, sign the paper, have the ceremony and sign the paper. That's it. It was
so that's not a marriage in your eyes?
In my eyes, no, it's not a marriage.
So why not? People can't get married for economic reasons only?
But that's not a marriage. That's the thing. You see this thing about with marriage. You take a vow. Listen to it's a vow you're taking.
But you could write your own vow.
When you arrange a marriage, when they're paying somebody, what kind of vow?
I could vote to not rat you out. No, but you could write your own vows.
You can.
You see the foolish thing, that's why the world the way it is. Your generation of vipers you put up with a lot of crap. That is why the world the way it is. Have a good day.
I think you are what is wrong with the world, Azem. You are what is wrong with the world.
Do I believe that? But you see, I do believe there's also a problem when people marry solely for emotional reasons.
That's a whole lot of problem.
As a matter of fact, how many decisions, think about it this way. If I come to you and tell you, you know what, I only make decisions based on emotion. You're matchmaking thing, but it's stupid bad boy.
That don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense.
But not only that, if you just and the reason that it doesn't make sense in marriages especially is because a marriage is more than love. You have to maintain that person, that household, that companionship. And if I only marry you for love, now let's say you are somebody that doesn't want to work. You love me, but you are leeching off of me, and now I have to carry the load of all of these bills and buy food and maintain you, and you just home playing game. But you love me, and I love you. How does that help? What does that foster?
And the thing about it is that could be the case, but then that would have to be the agreement. You understand? Once people are open and honest, and that is the main thing.
About the intentions.
The intention.
And I feel like it's legitimate. So, I feel like when it's not legitimate is if I trick you into marrying.
Yes, if there's trickery.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
The trickery is where it goes wrong. But if I if Jade and I want to get married, I'm a rich man. Well, let me say Jade is a rich woman, and I said, Jade, I really want your money. And Jade said, yeah, cool, let's get married.
Kevon want to be.
That is a marriage.
Of course, he wants to be the one saying.
Kevon want to be a trophy husband.
There's an agreement that the money is, it's about money. But if I trick Jade into marrying me for money because I want the money, then that's where you go wrong, But
and the thing is, there are so many countries that arrange marriages. Do we still call them marriages? Because
hold on.
If you're saying we're married,
all marriages are arranged. All marriages are arranged.
All arranged. All arranged. But the question there, what you're trying to say is by who?
As a matter of fact, a lot of times when people talk about arranged marriages, I don't even like that term. They're talking about forced marriages.
Forced marriages is what I mean. The ones where your parents decide to marry you after this old man because you have to get married or for ulterior motives. Those ones. Mm-mm.
Look, just like sexual interactions, my concerns fall into a few categories. One, are all the people involved adults? One.
Important.
All the people involved know exactly what the arrangement is and what the issue is. Like what are the expectations? What am I responsible for? What are you responsible for? X, Y, Z. How are we going to move forward? Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. For instance, like people get married not really even having a conversation about how much kids they want. Mm-hmm. Family history. They don't know if your family have history of any of these things.
Nope.
Like these are the things that to me matter.
You hear marry for love? Those aren't important.
Oh, marry for love.
Love. LOVE. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know some people get divorced.
Loving you don't
How
also mean
dare
you
you?
get married.
That's why you ain't gonna get married again. That's why your fiance.
Watch it. The last 3 marriages I had, I learned a lot. You understand?
So this
people can believe you.
What? You got experience, boy. That's what I want in a job anyway, experience. So you good.
That's what I want.
You're good.
People can believe you.
You're great.